What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over an issue that tends to happen when you upgrade your headlights to aftermarket LEDs. Let's get right to it. I have a 2021 SR5 and I have aftermarket headlights and LEDs inside of those headlights as well. But the turn signals are where the issue really starts to happen. If you upgrade them to LEDs, usually the truck will start to get something called HyperFlash. Now, depending on the LED, some of them don't have much basically resistance to go back and send a signal to the truck saying, you know, it's okay, there's a LED bulb in here. And that's usually the cheaper ones and the less expensive ones. But if you get a higher quality LED, you usually don't have to worry about this issue because you usually won't get HyperFlash. Now, this goes for both when you're swapping out the turn signals in the front of the truck or in the rear and you're swapping out those as well. Either the front or the back, it's still gonna happen and you can still run into this issue. So here, this is how a normal signal should look and sound. And then this is what HyperFlash is. So here it is from the outside. This is my normal sequential turn signal. And then here on the driver's side, you can see how it looks with HyperFlash. So this is actually going to be the same problem with the rear. Whether you're swapping out the back or the front, they're both still going to go wrong. And you can see on the driver's side, the rear is flashing. So I do have some headlights that I'm happy with. People ask me questions about them all the time. They're smoked and they have the sequential turn signal and the daylight running lights, and I put in some aftermarket LEDs in there. So I've been really happy with these and I love the style that it goes along with my truck. But the only thing, now I just ran into this, is gonna be the turn signal. This is probably my own problem that I caused, because before these I had some old TRD headlights that I had to work with. And I messed with a little bit of the wiring. I'll show you guys right now, but that's kind of on me. And then I had to buy an aftermarket part for the turn signal, but it's been good for, basically the whole year I've had the truck up until now. So the ways of solving this problem is, first of all, getting higher quality LEDs. So LEDs for your truck and your turn signal, are gonna be important. You don't want those to go bad later on or start to dim or anything like that. So just right off the bat, get some high quality ones and you won't have to worry usually about HyperFlash. Now, if you still have a problem after that, you can get something called a resonator. You can search, anywhere on Google or wherever you want to buy it, a load resonator for the Toyota Tacoma, and then put in your year. You will have to cut some wires, splice some things, add it in there, but all it is a little extra component, that tells the truck that the light is working properly. Now, some companies actually send out with their LEDs a little module that actually comes already with it. So instead of plugging in your LEDs directly, it'll plug into this little module, and this little module will plug in right to your truck's outlet, and I'll show you guys that right now. So here's the actual LED bulb I have in my truck from my actual headlights. This is from the company Borla, and they actually sent out this that comes with the lights now, and this actually reverses any hyperflashing or any problems that will come with error codes or anything like that. Now, on my turn signal, it's going to be right here. You guys can see that I actually did these wires on my own. And yeah, it's kind of a bummy job. So I'm going to be redoing this. But you guys can see they're not on tight. And they've been loose over, some time. And I've had them on for a year. So I'm kind of expecting this with a job like this. But I'm going to be redoing them. And for me, this should be the problem of why my HyperFlash, has happened and why it's occurred. So I'm going to go ahead and change these, make them better, and then I'll come back and show you guys if the HyperFlash on my left turn signal is doing good. All right, you guys, so there you go. It's fixed. All I had to do is rewire it. Usually that could be an issue too. Something I didn't go over is, before you start on anything, just make sure, you're pushing in your headlights all the way. The plugs are plugged in all the way. The wires are all touching, just so you don't waste any time and go and buying things. But if you still have a problem after this, let me know in the comment section below. But I know this is just a common issue that happens when, upgrading your turn signals or anything that has to do with it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you can please help me out by giving me a like and a subscribe, I really appreciate it, and it'll really help out the channel. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day.